Hi, thank you for watching. Today I'm going to show you how I made this very easy, very quick, tall strawberry crunch cake. I will have all of the ingredients as well as the process listed below. Unfortunately, my camera stopped in the middle, so I am showing you how to put the cookies in a bowl, but you will not see that I do add melted butter after I add the jello mixture. You'll use half the bag of jello and then you'll mix it once the butter is added. After I completed 2 batches, or you can make 1 batch in a big bowl, I laid them out for about an hour just to dry and have the crumbly texture. Okay, for this I actually used 2 6-inch round cakes. In order to get them to be taller than a normal cake layer, I actually filled the cake pans with batter over 3/4 the way high with batter. I did this because the cake is really sweet. The crumble is sweet. And I wanted to balance that out with just cake and not have so much icing. Here you see I'm doing what I normally call my lazy icing. This is the cheesecake brand that I use to put in the middle of the cake. With my lazy icing, I absolutely adore it, and I only do it when I make cake that have a crumble on the outside because the outside icing doesn't have to be as neat as the other decorated cake. So I put a small thin layer of icing on top of the cheesecake. This is just so the top layer can adhere to the cheesecake. I pressed the cake down just to make sure it was level. And as I was doing this, I did notice that the cheesecake was made a little bigger on one side, but that's okay because the whole cake will be covered with the crumble. Once the cake has been iced and smoothed out just a little, like I said before, it doesn't have to look the best because it will be covered in crumble. And so I did that quick icing on the outside of the cake. Off camera, I had put all of my strawberry crumble into a big bowl. Once this cake is iced to my liking, then I will take the crumble, as you see here, and put it on the outside of the cake. This can be a little messy. I decided to pick the cake up and do the crumble that way so it was easier, but the cake got a little heavy. So I decided to put it down for a while and get a sheet of parchment paper and put it on the counter just to avoid having a super huge mess. So you have to be sure that when you're putting the crumble on the cake that you have to press it in. Press it in very hard, that way it'll stick. So you really go around the cake. So I went around the first time, as you see here, pressing the crumble into the cake. After this was done, I went around again the second time and filled in any areas of the cake where I could still see white. Once the cake was the way that I wanted it, I added a little icing in a piping bag with no tip, just snipped the end of it and put a thick border at the top. Because I stated it at the beginning that you could use either vanilla wafers or Oreos, I am going to line Oreos at the top. Once this is done, I'm just going to take a handful of the crumble, put it in the top middle of the cake, and pat it down to secure it. Now that that is done, I am going to put a little icing into another piping bag with a small star tip, and I am just going to pipe a tiny border at the bottom of the cake. I don't know why, but I love borders on a cake. It just makes them look very complete to me. Once the border is complete, I put the cake in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes to harden. I cut strawberry halves and placed them at the top in between the Oreos, as you see here. This cake was an absolute hit. Everyone loved it. Everyone talked about how tall it was. And I'm very proud of this cake. This is my first time making a strawberry crunch cake, and I will be making one again. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.